How you doing? Hope you can all see and hear me okay. And you're very welcome to this week's social media live chat. You're probably getting used to seeing the surroundings now of working from the motorhome that we're on, and you're hopefully I can see the numbers flying up now already. So hopefully you can see and hear me okay across YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Is where this is going out, and I will pop on to Instagram later for an Instagram live chat as well, maybe tomorrow, because there is plenty to talk about. There was work that was being done on my end last week, which is why I couldn't stop in for the now weekly social media chat, and more about that work will come up very shortly. But for those who are joining me now, you're very welcome. So Chantal, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Michelle, how are you doing? And Kath Connor. We've got oh my god, hi Colm. Katie, how are you doing? Or Kathy. Who's saying Laurie wants to say what's for lunch? Laurie, I wouldn't really get overly excited about what's in the van because we've devoured all the food here in the van. So it's looking quite bleak right now. The fridge is pretty much empty. But we've got Christina says, I'm in school, sadly. Well, hopefully you're not in trouble for checking your phone here. But thanks very much for joining. So, folks, you're all very welcome. If there's any questions that anyone has live, you can ask me as we go along with the chat. But there's three main things that are happening this weekend that I thought I would stop by to chat to you all about. And I've just emailed all of the website subscribers as well with all of the details that I'm going to be talking about here. And you should be able to see in the description of this video as well. I don't think I can see it on... you probably can't see it on Twitter because I don't think it gives you enough feeds. But on Facebook or YouTube, if you're watching, you should be able to see in the description section what I'm going to be chatting about in this chat. And that is the three main things happening this weekend. Saturday is all about StageIt. I'll talk about that very shortly. Sunday is all about CKonLine. I'll talk about that shortly. And if you're not sick of me after both of those things, well, then you can join me. Jim Masters, who we know from the years of doing PBS interviews, has invited me to chat at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So it's going to be a late one over here, Sunday night. So I'm sure by the end of the weekend, you'll be sick of hearing and seeing from me. But in the meantime, hopefully there might be something that you can join me. But we've got loads of people joining. We've got nearly 200 people already in the space of a few seconds. So thanks for hanging around to join, folks. And I'll take a few questions from anyone who is here live. So Paddy wants to know, how is your weather? Well, I'm not sure if you can see out the window here. It's not very exciting. The Glasgow weather is famous for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. And it is pretty consistent with that. Josie, I retire tomorrow and getting a small van to convert. Well, congratulations, Josie. And very all the best with your retirement. Hope it's everything you've worked for and more. I love the beard. Thanks very much. That is a few days of laziness, to be honest. Bernie Walsh, hello from Ireland. Hello, Bernie. What part of Ireland are you joining me from? Christina, how have you been? Colm, I've been doing great. I've been really, really busy, which is always a good thing. Yeah, there's plenty to announce in the upcoming weeks ahead. But in the short term, this week itself is proven to be extremely busy. Loads to talk about. So again, these social media chats are a brilliant platform to, instead of just putting up another post and more text about what's coming up, I thought I would stop by and chat. It started off a few weeks ago as just a one-off, and now pretty much every week there seems to be more things to talk about. So as long as there's things to announce, I will still I will still stop by and chat about it. But yeah, keep the questions coming, and I'll see if I can multitask as I'm talking. Well, then I will try and take the questions as they come through. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about, which you can probably see from the description, is the StageIt shows. So this coming Saturday, we have got a brand new type of StageIt that's going to be happening. Okay, so Saturday, September 12th, it's going to be almost exactly a year to the day where we recorded the Connecting the CELTS show that I recorded in the PBS Center in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And I had shows planned this autumn or fall for West Coast America and Canada to bring this brand new show to those areas. And I was gutted not to be able to do it with the COVID cancellations. So what I thought I would do, since I had the footage there, was that I would offer a chance for those for people to join me to watch the show via StageIt. So the way it's going to work, it's going to be a show in a format I've never ever done before, and I'm really excited about it. The way it's going to work is that I'm going to be, instead of just pressing play and airing the first half of the show, I'm going to choose segments of the show that I'm going to include in this StageIt, and then I'm going to interject in between those segments, talking about what is about to come up, which also gives me an opportunity to take any of the questions that anyone who's joined me live might have. So there will be live interaction with me during the stages, as well as then going between the different recordings of the show. So it's the first half of the show, and it hopefully will give you a bit of a taster of what the show is all about. It's a brand new production that is totally different to any of the gigs that I've done in the past few years. So this is more of a kind of a lecture with music, if that doesn't sound overly boring. So hopefully it doesn't. If you've seen the show in the past, well then maybe you can let me know your thoughts, or maybe you can let other people know your thoughts. And so I can see the first thing come through, someone asking if I'm going to be in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I should point this out. I was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania last September 2019 at the PBS 39 Center, and we recorded the show Connecting the CELTS there in 2019. So because I had that footage, and because I was due to be playing and delivering that show in the fall of 2020, I thought I would air it via StageIt instead. So the way I'm going to do this, again, it's a brand new format of StageIt. I've never done a StageIt like this before. I'm really excited about it. And I thought I wanted to try and get as many people the opportunity, or give as many people the opportunity to watch this as I could. So I'm not going to just air it once, and it's a case where if you're around for that hour, well then, you can join me. If not, well then you can't. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be airing it 3 times on Saturday. Okay, the times are all available on the StageIt website. If you type in my name, Colm Keegan, you'll see my profile where all of the tickets are available. You should also see it in the description of this. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you should be able to see the description. But I can, if I have time, I can try and read out the times here as well. I've got, the first viewing is going to be at 4 a.m., which is for West Coast North America, which is 7 a.m. East Coast, 12 p.m. noon in Ireland or the UK, which is 9 p.m. for Sydney. So I always hear from you Aussies that I never choose a time that suits you guys. So that first viewing was with you guys in mind. That's your evening slot for 9 p.m. Sydney. The second viewing is going to be 1 p.m. West Coast North America, 4 p.m. East Coast North America, which is 9 p.m. Ireland and UK, which is 6 a.m. In Sydney. And the third viewing is going to be an evening show for East Coast. It's going to be 4 p.m. West Coast North America, 7 p.m. East Coast, midnight for myself in Ireland or anyone around Ireland, the UK, and 9 a.m. Sunday morning in Sydney. Okay, so they're the 3 viewings that are going to be taking place, and hopefully you will be able to tune in for at least one of them. As I said, each of the shows will bring, because there's a live element to it, it's going to be a little bit different, and it's all this September the 12th. Okay, so this Saturday, September 12th, if you can join me, it would be great to to it'd be great if you could stop by. So I'll try and take one or two questions about the StageIt show if anyone is joining. Lynn, but what if you're not available on Saturday? Well, I'm sorry, Lynn. That's there will be. Maybe we'll look at doing this again if it goes well on Saturday. Maybe we might do it again. Cameron, will you be in the chat of StageIt for the shows? Yes. So the way it's going to work is that there's going to be snippets from the show, and I'm going to play the snippet, and then it's going to come back to me live as if it's right now, and I'm going to be taking questions that anyone might have in the forum, and then I'm going to be introducing what's coming up in the StageIt as well. So there will be a live interaction as well as giving a feel for what the live show is about for anyone who hasn't seen it. Connected to the Cast, fabulous show. Thank you very much. That's very kind. It's very different to anything. It's more, if you're into history, it's sort of joining the dots between different numbers, different songs, given the stories and history behind those songs. So that's is it Rachio? I hope I say your name right. Says email says September 22nd. Well, thank you very much for pointing that out. It should be September 12th. Okay. Probably should have overlooked that before sending it, but I was running late for this chat, so but yeah, September 12th. Okay, so that's everything to do with the StageIt. If there's any questions that you might have about the StageIt, well, then you can type in the questions now. But in the meantime, I'm going to move on to the second announcement, which is all to do with online teaching, because our Halloween term kicks off this Sunday. Okay, so StageIt, as I said, is Saturday is all about StageIt. Sunday is all about CKonLine, the 13th, and it's going to be, there will be the same classes available that were on sale in spring and summer. So if you saw anything there and you thought, you didn't sign up to it then, but you still want to, you still can. So Irish History 1 is going to be an overview of Ireland in the 19th and 20th century, looking at key events like the Great Famine, the rise of Home Rule, turn of the century, the Dublin Lockout, 1916 Easter Rising, War of Independence, Civil War, leading up towards the Troubles of the North. And that's where Irish History 1 finishes. Irish History 2 looks at the Troubles in the North in more detail. So it's 7 weeks all about Northern Ireland. So obviously I can flesh out a lot more in that term than about the North than I would have time in in Irish History 1. And Irish History 3 is the brand new addition to the Halloween term, which is Irish ballads and their context. So I'm going to be exploring the history and stories behind well-known Irish ballads, and that is going to be in Irish History 3. So that's the Irish history side of CKonLine. There will also be the Irish language. So people, if you've never spoken Irish language before, it's amazing to see the amount of people who join for Irish language level 1 and are able to have a co-raw with myself by the end of it, a conversation with myself by the end of week 7. All of these classes, Diana, I can see, is asking, all of the classes are done via Zoom. Okay, so I will be able to see you, you'll be able to see me. They're all recorded and they're sent to you as well. So even if you can't make the class live, you will get a recording of each of the classes as soon as it happens. Well, within 24 hours of it happening. And you can watch that in your own time as many times as you want. So Irish language is going to be there, levels 1, 2, and 3. And Irish History 1, Irish History 2, and Irish History 3 are going to be going on sale, are on sale and are going to be starting this Sunday. As per the spring term and the summer term, week 1 is absolutely free to sign up to. Okay, so you can sit in week 1, you can join the class, you will not be charged a cent to do that. Okay, you will, however, if you decide to take the term, be charged for all 7 classes of the term. Does that make sense? So if you choose to stick with the term, you'll be charged for all 7 weeks. But in order to sit into class 1, you can register free of charge. Okay, just to give people a bit of a taster of what the CKonLine experience might be like. So I'll take a few questions, then I'll go back to talking a bit more, because I just to give your brain's a bit of a break. But Antoinette, you need to come to London. Well, Antoinette, we will hopefully be going to London in October 21, but more details on that coming soon. I know that's over a year away, but that's kind of where our planning is at the minute. Barbara says, this is a super show. Thank you very much, Barb. I appreciate that. Mal, come to England. A lot of calls to go down south. Well, absolutely. As long as you guys want to hear us, well, we will go anywhere to perform. So, sorry, I'm trying to get through some of the questions here at the juggling the three different social media platforms. Llewellyn, format sounds interesting, exciting. Yeah, thank you very much. It's been great so far. Katie wants to know, you're an awesome singer. Thank you very much. Have you got any advice for anyone who wants to start in the music business? Absolutely. I mean, just you know, you've got all the platforms available for you now, and you know, people keep coming up and asking things like, you know, with YouTube available and social media and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, you know, is it easy to get a name for yourself? And the platforms are there. It's a case where people will want to listen to you if you're really good, if you work in your craft, and you know, when people listen to you the first time, make sure they want to come back and listen to you a second time. So just keep working on your craft and then throwing stuff out there and see what happens. And hard work pays off for sure. Carol wants to know, are you going to take any song requests during the stage? A really good question, Carol. Because the format of this is not going to be a request show, but there will be an opportunity during this show to purchase tickets to an invite-only request show at the end of the month. So this is all going to be sort of show music that was done during the show, but there will be at the end of September a show that's not going to go on sale publicly, and you can purchase tickets for that during this show on Saturday. Okay, so anyone who purchases a ticket will so many questions coming through. Yes, Veronica, does Irish History 3 start September 13th? Yes, all the classes start on September 13th. And you can find out all the information about these classes on my website as well. So I tried this last time and it didn't work. Hopefully it might work now this time if I share screen. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see if it does. But if I share my screen, hold on. Okay, so if you can let me know that you can see this okay, and then I will. Okay, so hopefully you're able to see this all right. So if you're not, apologies, but this is the website CKonLine Teaching. If you go to sign up here, it will bring you to the CKonLine Halloween term 2020. And all of the terms and classes are available here. Okay. And all you need to do is, if you see Irish History 3, for example, sign up for week 1, you just select that link and it will take you to a link where you can register for week 1. Okay. The same link is also available on the description of this page here. Okay. So, okay, no, but I can see people saying they can't see it. So unfortunately, I think Restream has unfortunately disabled its ability to share the screen, but we will hopefully do that next time. But if you go into CKonlineTeaching.com, you should be able to see it, okay? All you need to do is you go over to sign up here and all the information is there. So it all kicks off this Sunday the 13th. The only class that doesn't kick off is an Irish Halloween special class. Okay, for anyone who knows anything about Halloween, it originated in Ireland. There's a bunch of ancient traditions that go along with it. That's going to be, instead of a 7-week term, it's going to be slightly cheaper because it's only a 4-week term, and that is going to kick off in October, on Sunday the 4th instead. Okay, so you can register for that class now. Again, week 1, same deal, free to sign up for week 1. But all the information is there on CKonLine Teaching if you want to visit it. Okay, so there's the link there. Halloween term now on sale. CKonLine teaching.com, and I see Barb and Michelle and a few people are posting the link. So yeah, so thanks very much. There's a lot of questions coming through. So yeah, hopefully that explains everything. So again, just to recap, if you are not already a Colm Keegan website subscriber, well then, if you are, you would have already received an email about this. But if you're not, just to recap, this Saturday you've got 3 airings of Connecting the Celts going on to StageIt. That's going to be a part record, part live show. There's going to be 3 airings to try and cover 3 different time zones. All information is on the StageIt.com website. If you just type in my name, Colm Keegan, to StageIt, the information for all 3 show should come up, or the link should also be in the description here if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. On Sunday, CKonLine Halloween term is kicking off, and that is a 7-week term which you can again register week 1 for any or every class free of charge. You will only be charged if you continue with the term. So that's kicking off on Sunday the 13th. And if you're not sick of me by the end of Sunday the 13th, well, then I will be back on social media. Jim Masters, who we know from years of bringing Celtic Thunder to the BBS studios, he's presented and hosted a lot of interviews with us. And he's invited me for an interview and a chat on Sunday the 13th, and that's going to be taking place at 7 p.m. Eastern, or if anyone in Ireland or the UK fancies staying up, it's going to be kicking off at midnight. So, hopefully our children sleep between now and then, and you might be able to see me function at midnight on Sunday night. I told Jim straight away it's an ambitious task, but we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the chat. It's always great to chat with Jim. So, Keen wants to know, will I be rejoining Celtic Woman? Unfortunately, not, Keen. Celtic Woman, as the dresses don't fit me anymore, which is a shame. So, great memories though. Some of my happiest memories on stage were on a Celtic Woman stage. But very good question. Thanks for participating. And yeah, folks, that's pretty much everything. That's the 3 major announcements happening this week. There will be more happening this month as well. Cameron wants to know, do I have a coffee? I certainly do, Cameron. That's right here. Coffee in a hand. So this week, StageIt, CKonLine Halloween term, chat with Jim Masters. Later on in the month, there will be an invite-only StageIt show for anyone who purchases a ticket during the StageIt this coming Saturday. You will be able to purchase a ticket. That's going to be a request show, and I can see the mention of a dress is drawing a lot of attention. So the only only show I ever wore a dress in was Celtic Thunder with the kilts. But yes, so that's pretty much everything, folks. Thank you very much for joining me for another social media chat. To all my website subscribers, thanks for joining up again. You have been emailed all of this information personally, and thanks for joining me from the motorhome again, from the office on wheels. It's probably getting more use as an office than a vacation at the minute, but hopefully over the next few months we might get a bit more of a break. But that's everything, and stay in touch, stay tuned, and hopefully I will see you in one of the platforms, either StageIt, CKonLine, or the chat with Jim this coming weekend. Okay, stay well, stay safe, and thanks for joining me.